So when we get back, when we leave, should I say, we put all these shutters across. They're metal concertina ones, but as you can see, they are in an awful state. But it is an extra security. You close them up, you bolt them from inside, then you shut the doors inside and put the shutters across. So 3 layers of protection for security. But as they are so rusty, they don't fold back properly. So they concertina back and go into a nice box at the side. But as you can see, Adrian's having to loosen up the joints.
Bit like what I have to do.
Say, I think we need a bit of loosening up.
Every morning we have to put WD-40 out.
And then they just roll up like this.
Wow.
Well, they're supposed to.
They will do when I've got the WD in. Okay. I'll come back to you on that. It might take a bit while.
Well, while he's doing that, I'll just show you the field we've let the commune use again for an annual fete. I think it's their 150th anniversary, so they've cut the grass again for us, well, for themselves really, and they've taped it off for parking. I've asked someone if they can sandblast them.
Bit big.
But they are nearly 4 meters high.
Yes.
No, 3 meters high, I'd say.
No, 4.
I don't think their cabinet's quite big enough for that. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you the security that we have on the salon and the dining room.
Your face says it all. So Carol's just now put the wallpaper up. We got 2 samples off Steve, wasn't it?
We have in fact ordered a batch of one of these because it was incredibly cheap and we couldn't let it go.
And there was only 6 rolls left in the whole country.
There was, and we're not sure if 6 is going to do it or not. I'm pretty sure I worked out 6 rolls, but we'll see. So we'll show you what we've ordered and the samples that we found, and then, yeah.
Let's have some comments, let's have some feedback.
At the end of the day, what I'm going to say is, at the end of the day, it has to be my choice and I have to be happy with it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter about Adrian.
I don't think you can get a say in it.
He won't actually be sitting in here. It's too posh for him to be sitting in here.
Yeah, I'll be in my workshop.
Although I'm back in my rags already. So let's have a look.
Drum roll. So it is describe the paper, Carol, because obviously it's looking a bit flat. It has
It's a Victorian damask.
It does have a glitter, doesn't it?
Yeah,
to it?
there is a bit of a glitter in it.
So we have
And it's embossed.
2 samples. You can see we just put a bit of gold on the side. It will be the foil going up the edge. Yes, for me, I like that one, but let's come over. This is the one that Carol's ordered 6 rolls of, because at the time it really did look right. She's still umming and ahhing.
Until you get it in situ, you don't actually know. And now I'm looking at them, I'm thinking, maybe not.
On both of them?
Well, I just want to try something else and throw this into the mix.
This is your favourite wallpaper, I know that, so I'll scroll down as you, and I'm going to come back to this one again. Grey, this one, I'm not going to call this grey, but it is. Works really well with gold, better than I thought actually. Can you see there's a little bit of warmth in there, magenta in there, so it's going to be a really difficult decision. Now the reason we were looking at these is because we're still not having any luck with the original wallpaper. Getting that colour balance right, not having it look like a flat print is becoming quite difficult. Now I'm going to bring into this if I can, but it's got a bit of an emboss to the paper. But now Carol's got one that's number 3.
Carol wants to throw this into the mix. It's what I originally had saved for our bedroom. Unfortunately, we can't afford to buy it at the moment. But could that be an option in here?
Now, again, describe this, because this isn't a well, it is a wallpaper, but right.
It's rubber.
It's rubber. It's embossed as well.
It is Limcruster. It comes plain. I've painted it a base colour and then gone over it with a roller in gold.
So you've highlighted those
I have,
bits.
so it comes plain.
Yes.
But this is what I intended for the bedroom. But could it work here? We won't bore you to death for so long.
But, I mean, this is a very class. I like this wallpaper a lot more. I'm not even cool about it. If I come round to the side, you can see how much is embossed out. And it's not a paper, it is a rubber. The problem with this paper is, I'm calling it paper again, it comes with all the edging which you have to trim off. So when you're joining them, you've got to be absolutely smack on.
It does say, in fact, that you should hire a specialised person to hang this paper.
Well, that'll be interesting, won't it? Yes. So all of this edging here, you have to trim yourself. Well, that has got to be the most perfect cut. Obviously, if you're joining, it's just a bit strange. Anyhow, that's number 3. So, the silver, the gold, possibly Carol's favourite. So back from the UK this morning. Well, we got in late last night, but felt like this morning. Just on the post, and actually interesting. Usually it's just full of junk mail, but actually for once, something quite nice actually. We had a letter come through from Agnes, a gentleman in France, I believe, that's following the YouTube channel. First thing, I was just looking through, and there's one thing that came straight to my attention was when we did a video asking about the design work on top of the roof on the crests, and he's clearly put there for us, as you can see on the phone, Gare de Ferte, which is the name, the official name of what's the pattern or the galvanized steel work, that's or zinc work, shall I say, it's on top of the roof. So that's confirmation on that. He also went on to talk about the Gare, I believe, if it's pronounced correctly, the one that Carol bought. And he sent me a brochure actually, or magazine on this. I think it's dating back in 2010, which was sort of showing me the history, etc. And apparently it's they're still made even today. There might even be a museum, I think, if I read that correctly in his letter. So he sent me that, which shows all the different variations of what there is available. Quite a classic one. The circular ones we see a lot of, but some interesting reading there to have a look through actually. Whether or not they'd be, I don't think they'd be powerful enough for our salon. Well, saying that, those ones would be for sure. But yeah, again, as I said, if I can translate my French, I'll have a little look through that. But another fantastic thing he sent through, which you don't need to be able to speak French to see this, is these old photos of the chateau. Now, I will put these on Facebook, or certainly this one here, 1936. Amazing. I haven't actually seen this one. I mean, we have seen a few old photos, but this, from this direction, is great because it's showing us clearly the path from the, this is the south-facing side of the chateau, the path that then drops down to the woods, which we sort of knew because when the grass is cut very short and we had that dry weather, we could clearly see the path starting to show through. So, but there you go, there's the evidence. Also in the photo you can see the 2 large chimney breasts on the ends of the chateau, which aren't there now, they've been removed. But also he also sent another photo showing the pathway again that goes all the way around. So this path, if I can see it here, comes all the way around and actually then would come round to the coach house, but it'd also go right round the entire chateau. Food for thought. I think it looks gorgeous. I mean, I really do think it really stands out well in that photo. And again, I don't know if this is a similar age, but there's another one he sent through. And you can see it with all the paths and the roads that go around there. I'm not sure if that's just loose gravel. But again, you can really easily see. And it, yeah. So over to the side, on this photo, which over here is where our main entrance is to the road. So again, and then this one that carries all the way up to the coach house. But food for thought on that. We might consider looking into that for future. And then there's this one. Again, I don't think I've seen a date on this yet, but our chateau is over here, which I will zoom for you to see. And you can see there's a lot of land around it back then. Village itself clearly being here. And then when you come down to the chateau on the outskirts, there's nothing. Pure just land all the way. Which I think, oh yes, he did send a cadastral map, which looks like 1899, he says on here, where clearly the village, which I've just shown you is there, the chateau is this building here. And you see there's absolutely nothing. Obviously a lot of land was owned by the chateau at some time. I mean now, down the bottom here, there's a road, which is at the bottom of our field. But yeah, thank you very much, Agnes, for sending that through. Great to see it, a little bit more history, and great to see some photos so we can get a better understanding of what's going on here. Again, that'll give us some thought to what to do next with the pathways, etc.
I'm just going to start the marbling on the skirting boards or baseboards. I've mixed up the paint with some scumbled glaze and I'm using a plastic bag like I did before. I think that's too much. I need to get a board to dab that off onto. Right, so. I have taped it off, but I might not next time because it just wipes off of the paint. This is either going to look very good or not so. And we'll get the badger brush and just dust over it to blend it in. Just doing a very light dusting. Don't want to brush it out completely. Might add a bit more colour. And as I said in the trial run weeks back, if you don't like it, just start again by wiping it off, because this takes a day to dry, this scumble glaze. And just stand back a little bit and take a look. I think it needs more blending. And add some more white. A lot harder to do than it was when it was flat. Getting down this bit there. I'm still not happy. So must be the first job in here that I've actually been able to lie down on. I've finished the marble effect, the base coat anyway. I think there's enough on there. I can always stand back and keep looking at it and think, oh yes, it needs some more grey or it needs some more white. But while it's still wet, we'll take off the paper. Oh, that looks better already. And it's putting some more dirt off. Brilliant. Might have some trim along that edge there, where the undercoat has stuck to the paper, which is why we take it off when it's wet. Tape all removed. There's a couple of edges I need to trim up. From a distance, let's see how it blends in with the fireplace. It's a little bit lighter. I could maybe add some more darker grey, but don't forget we've got the veins to put on top as well. And over this side. It's a good start, I think.